All right, guys, here we go. Game 3. Game 4 of this best of 5 between Cloud9 and Virtus Pro here in the Dota Pit League Season 3 lower bracket finals. Loser goes home, winner goes up against DG in the grand finals. So it's a 2-1 advantage for Cloud9 right now. They won Game 3 in very, very dominant fashion off the back of complete snowball lineup with the bounty hunter of Big Daddy doing absolute work, which explains why they pick it up first yet again. A hero that worked out for them. In fact, that was probably the best bounty hunter game I've ever seen. Getting absolutely everything he needed, doing all the work in the world. And well, it'll be interesting to see if Virtus Pro can come back from that. I mean, the game was lost by them fairly early, and they held out for a long time. They went up to a 40k gold lead on Cloud9 before they finally conceded. And hopefully that hasn't negatively impacted their mental state too much. Hopefully they're still able to get themselves into the game, play their usual aggressive selves, and maybe find a bit better of a roaming duo early. Normally it's Virtus Pro with the nice early movements, but last game it was all in Cloud9's court. All the rotations were Cloud9 and VP scrambling to react, so this game, we'll have to see if they can do a little better on that front. They pick up a Dazzle early. Nice way of counteracting some of the burst damage that can come out from the Gyrocopter. And they'll go for a Queen of Pain mid themselves. Fata played that to absolute perfection last game. He ended up going like 24-1 or something like insane like that. So we'll see if they can show Fata up a little bit, show him how it's done, and come back into this. Of course, this is the game point for Cloud9. If Cloud9 take this, then the series is theirs. And if Virtus Pro take it, we're all tied up and we're going to a game 5. So for the sake of my voice, I hope we're done. And for the sake of Dota, I hope we get to see another one, because these games have been entertaining, if nothing else. Virtus Pro will go for the Earthshaker, a hero that they have played to great effect in the past. Didn't work out for them in this series so far, but certainly haven't lost faith in it. And it's a hero that, well, actually both FNG and Lil are very comfortable in both these support heroes. Cloud9 will go for the Skywrath again, so Bounty Skywrath duo making its appearance yet again. It did absolute work for them last game, so not hugely surprised. And obviously Skywrath, a great counter to Queen of Pain. Able to lock her down with that long silence early, and maybe then Gyrocopter can get in, do all his burst damage. Although I don't think they'll run Gyrocopter in the mid. It'll probably be EE taking it into the safe lane.
Reserve time.
As far as bans go, it'll be Cloud9 banning out the Bloodseeker themselves this time, as well as the Lesh. Although they've really controlled that Lesh very effectively in the last couple of games, but maybe not wanting to go up against it again. And they ban out the Naga Siren as well, so I haven't really seen VP play the Naga. I'm curious as to, well, I guess Lil plays it. But that seems like in the first two, that seems very focused. And Virtus Pro picked up a Spirit Breaker for DK Phobos, a hero that he loves and is very comfortable on. And a hero who's very good against Bounty Hunter, because obviously the Invis doesn't break the charge. You still know exactly where he is. You can follow him. Also good against the Skywrath Mage, who's very vulnerable to the burst damage that the Spirit Breaker can bring out. I'm a much bigger fan of Virtus Pro's lineup this game than I was last game. Of course, we've still got a hero yet to see. Cloud9 still have a couple opportunities. They'll go for a Dragon Knight. Okay, so it'll be Fata Dragon Knight mid, a hero that he used to play absolutely all the time, way back in the day. And has certainly seen a bit of a resurgence now. Dragon Knight can be that tanky core to stand in front with Skywrath and Gyrocopter sort of hanging behind. Dragon Knight and Gyro together is a really potent carry duo, and one I'm a big fan of. You know, Dragon Knight to soak up the damage and do a lot of damage with that dragon form, and Gyrocopter, between him and the Breathe Fire, they've got a lot of burst damage in a wide area. And it can be very effective. We'll have to see if they want to pick up another core that can sort of help out with the push here, or if they're going to look for someone a little more gank-oriented for Bone 7 to take. Virtus Pro ban out the Legion Commander after that really magnificent showing from Bone 7 last game. I
remaining.
think he ended up with something like 120 stolen damage. And Virtus Pro, they'll go back for their Slark. It didn't work out for them in game 2. Illidan kind of got crushed on it, but we'll see it. We'll see if they can bring it back a little bit in this game 4. It is a comfort hero for him, and there are some, again, great targets for him to go on this game. Gyrocopter, very, very vulnerable to Slark. So is Skywrath. Bounty Hunter as well, actually, a little bit. Although, of course, Bounty can make it hard for Slark to regen life with that track up. Can track be removed by Dark Pact?
5 seconds
I am
remaining.
not sure. I guess we'll see. And the final Huskar ban from Cloud9.
Reserve time.
I find it amusing that that hero is still ban-worthy. You know what? Honestly, Broodmother is still in the field here. I wouldn't put it past Cloud9 to pick that up. Although, Virtus Pro have decent tools to deal with it this game, honestly. Well, Queen of Pain, sort of, Earthshaker, yeah. Yeah, they've got tools, so maybe it's not the best choice. But it's interesting that Broodmother bans have completely fallen off. And the day that I... Oh, they'll go for an IO! So this is a off-lane bounty. That's a bit of a bait and switch. I'm pretty sure Virtus Pro weren't expecting that one. And IO Dragon Knight. Actually, IO Gyrocopter, what am I saying? Although IO can pair with the Dragon Knight very effectively as well. This could be interesting. Of course, Earthshaker, a hero that's good in general against IO combinations. Spirit Breaker also, if you can charge that IO, blow it up before the Gyrocopter can really get his damage out, then it kind of nerfs him. So it's a hard IO game, but it could be really interesting. And it looks like they're debating who's going to take the IO versus the Bounty Hunter. It should be Bone 7 Bounty Hunter in the offlane. I don't see how else they can do this.
5 seconds remaining.
So it should be a good one, boys and girls. And actually, it'll be the offlane Earthshaker and a support Spirit Breaker. Interesting decision. I'm not sure what the thinking there is. I think that well, if it's an aggressive try, that could be the thinking. But I think both heroes do struggle as melee heroes to get farm. Both heroes, honestly, I'd rather see, I think, the Spirit Breaker in a core role than an Earthshaker, but we'll have to see. I'll have to see how it works out. With that being said, guys, welcome into this Game 4 of the best of 5 between Virtus Pro and Cloud9. Thanks so much for joining me. My name's Sindar, amateur cast, so I appreciate you stopping by to check out what I've got going. Comment if you like the cast, and give me some tips on what I can do to improve. And that being said, as things get going here, we'll just introduce the teams really quickly. On Cloud9 on the Dire side, we've got Eternal Envy taking the Gyrocopter. It'll be Big Daddy supporting him on the Wisp. It'll be Fata taking the Dragon Knight to the mid lane. Misery reprising his role on the Skywrath Mage as a support. And it'll be Bone 7 taking the Bounty Hunter this time into the off lane. On the Radiant side, we've got FNG supporting on the Spirit Breaker. It'll be G taking the Queen of Pain mid lane. Illidan on his Slark. And that leaves Lil on the Shadow Priest as actually early engaged here. He's taking a lot of damage, and the pounce comes out on the Big Daddy. He should fall here. Yeah, he's going to go down. That's a nice first blood from G. Not getting shut down early this game. And actually, Bone 7 is rotated in. I'm not sure this is where he wants to be. Is that going to be the end of it? It looks like it is. Oh, they want to go back in, actually. Big Daddy, did he TP back in for this? I guess he did. Wow. Okay, so good. Buy back. No, he didn't. Well, Big Daddy rushing that bottle, but it's a little bit of a weaker start for Cloud9. And of course, I didn't introduce the last person on DP, DQ Phobos, taking that Earthshaker into the offlane, going up solo against Bone 7, and it looks like C9 are running an aggressive dual lane in the offlane, and okay, they are running. Dual lanes. What's their other hero? Oh, it's dual lanes mid for now. Misery and Fata. Misery just zoning back G, who really is not getting anything here. And well played from Misery, giving Fata the start that he needs. Obviously great at zoning middle melee heroes early, so Fata giving him the tools he needs to get off to a good start in this lane. And as we've seen in the last couple of games, C9, they really do need to put emphasis on taking down. Actually, we got 4 heroes in the off lane for Virtus Pro at the 2-minute mark. This is a little unorthodox, to say the least. DK Phobos will TP in. They want to go on. Actually, they managed to clean up the Skywrath. That was a really deep dive from Cloud9, and now Fata's in trouble, being charged up. Phobos gets the Echo Slam, or not the Echo Slam, the Enchant Totem. That'll be another kill for G, who's now on a killing spree already. As Bone 7 did fall in the top lane as well. That's why there were 4 heroes up there. So, well, it looks like we may be going to a Game 5, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to call it early, but VP, after that very shaky early game they had last game, they're completely back into their comfort, dominating excellent rotations across the map early. And, well, DK Phobos already roaming out of his lane. And Illidan solo off for now, up against Bone 7. And G, as I say that, jumps in, picks off the Dragon Knight yet again. That's a dominating streak, and he's clearly after Fata's record from last game. He wants to clean that up. As top lane, Illidan in a bit of trouble, silenced up, caught in the trees. He should fall here and will. Last Junata from Bone 7 will clean it up. So they finally get themselves on the board, and Illidan is a good kill. And overall, VP are 4 kills up, but Cloud9 are farming reasonably well, although Fata now in a bit of trouble. He's level 3.5 compared to the level almost 5 of G. So he's going to need some help in this mid lane, and it looks like Big Daddy may be rotating in to provide that help. Meanwhile, Bone 7 doing quite well for himself as a soft lane. Dodges the pounce from Illidan, who will just back off. And mid lane, Fata taking a lot of damage. G just playing this perfectly. And here comes the jump in from Big Daddy. I don't think they're going to be able to get anything out of this, though. Just healing Fata up a little bit. Harassing G back, but he does have his bottle. He's absolutely fine. And it's a completely different game. You wouldn't know that VP had just lost so massively, given how they're playing right now. That being said, though, they do manage to find a kill on Sports Spirit Breaker. Nice play from EE. And did they get the rune as well? It looked like, yeah, he got the illusion. So, didn't get the rune, goes down for his trouble, and 5-2. So, Cloud9 not out of this by any means. A little bit of a rough start for them, but they still have definitely the tools they need to do well in this game. They just can't let G snowball. And speaking of snowballing, Illidan pounced onto Bone 7, who is also being charged, and the Dazzle's there as well. This should be an easy kill under the tower, and it will be. Illidan will clean that one up. That makes it 1-1 for him. 6-2 across the board at the 4-minute mark. Tons of aggression from both sides. Well, EE going on to Phobos. Will he be able to clean this up? He does have another Rocket Barrage, but it's not going to be enough. And meanwhile, mid lane, Fata in trouble yet again. Goes for the Brief Fire, but G, Sonic Wave over the top. Easy kill for him. He's on a mega kill now. 5-0-0 for him. And Fata in trouble. This Dragon Knight is being shut down quite hard, and he needs to be tanky going into the mid game. And at this point, it's not going to be the case. DK Phobos now being chased down a little bit. The Shuriken toss slow. Is it going to be able to get away? No, he won't. Bone 7 finishes it off. It's a nice return kill for them, but this mid lane is really where the trouble's at. It's now 25-15, and Fata has died 3 times. So, as hard as G got shut down last game, Fata's getting shut down this game. And they need to provide a little more support to him, because if he gets off to a slow start and G just snowballs off of him, they're going to have a hard time. 1-7, rotating into the mid lane. Do they have a sentry? They do not. So G does not know this is here. He is a little low. He's going for the rune. I don't think Bone 7 will be able to do anything with this. There are multiple Radiant heroes in the area, and they just spotted 3 smokes. There's the jump in onto Fata. Nice double Fisher But that's going to be the end of it. They didn't catch them enough and are able to get away. Big Daddy is in the area. Will heal Fata up to full. And now it looks like they might want to make a rotation, or they're just going to clean up the ward, the rune, rather. FNG farming under his tower, taking solo experience. He is halfway to level 5, doing okay for himself as a support. And Gyrocopter has hit 6. So he's got his kill online. He's farming quite well. He's your last hit leader at 44 and 13. And it looks like he's actually caught out FNG, who was trapped in the trees by the creeps. Was he AFK? Because he could have run back into the trees, I feel. Well, he goes down, and actually Illidan goes down as well. Where did he? In the top lane, yeah, so nice couple kills coming out from Cloud9, evening things up quite a bit, and now it looks like they want to pressure this tower bot. Bata still struggling a little bit, but he is finding some recovery at least. He is 20 last hits behind
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Queen of Pain. But his team getting work done. Big Daddy getting charged, but there's the call down. FNG gonna explode. GTP's coming in. I'm not sure they want to be here though. There's the jump in from G. Scream of Pain cleans up the Wisp, but he's tracked up. Are they gonna be able to get anything off of this? No, he bottles up. They're going for Lil. The Shallow Graves. Eternal Envy may be in trouble here. They want G really badly, and he will find it. Now they're gonna get Lil as well. Beautiful play, and they're gonna get a tower. That's 2 track kills in a tower. EE now dominating, and it's 9 to 8. That's 3 heroes across the map in exchange for just a Wisp. And meanwhile, Fata, he's gone Dragon form. He just did his 6 and is able to pressure this tower a little bit in the mid lane, finding himself some recovery. He is being charged, but he does have support in the Skywrath Mage, who's lurking off to the side with that silence available. And FNG will cancel the charge wisely. Just stop and try and clean up the creep wave here. Fata moves back in. He's still got Dragon Form for about half the duration. And they want to put as much pressure onto this tower as he can. There's lots of C9 heroes rotating into the area. And this may be another engagement. FNG hiding in the trees. Will he be scouted out? Doesn't look like it just yet. There is going to be a huge fight here. And Bone 7 is scouting everything. They know where everyone is. There's the charge on Fata, who just loses his Dragon Form, but Eternal Envy is here with the call down. She's taking a lot of damage, and Lil will get blown up by Bone 7 on the backside. Track comes out onto FNG. Now, where's the rest of the fight? Illidan trying to run away. He's low on mana. Will be able to make it out. FNG tracked up, is being scouted out here, as is G. And here comes another charge onto the Wisp. But the Rocket Barrage doing so much damage. Here comes the Scream. The Fisher over the top. It hasn't done enough damage. Illidan doing what he can. He does force the entire team back, and it is a 1-for-1. But the tower actually still alive, so that does favor Virtus Pro a little bit. What a chaotic fight, and I'm very surprised that there weren't more deaths off of that, but some very nice defensive play from both Bone 7 and from DK Phobos. Very nice Fisher block from him, keeping his team nice and safe. Eternal Envy, though, starting to get out of control. He's gone for a fighting build. He's got the drums picked up as well as the Aquila, and he is your gold leader at 5,300. 4-0 and 4 on him. So he is becoming a force to be reckoned with, and they do have the tools to deal with him. But this Wisp is helping him out a lot, and the track kills, of course, are making their impact known already. Well, G walking in. Is he going to scout this? Is he going to go in is the question. Balls are doing some damage. There's the charge coming out onto Big Daddy, who may be in trouble here. There's the nice call down from Eternal Envy, who will be able to clean up FNG, but Big Daddy goes down. G now in trouble, but there's the Shallow Grave. Eternal Envy's gonna fall here. He's not gonna make it alive. Last screen from G will do it. Very, very nice Shallow Grave at the last second there. Otherwise, I think they both would have died. So, Bone 7, though, is coming in. He is being scouted, though, and now he may be in trouble. No! He finishes off FNG. And now, maybe in trouble. Gets the track out onto G, but should fall here. No, they don't have no more vision. So, he just does so much damage. He's level 8 already, and he's going for an Orchid, it looks like. Same time on the top lane. Action across the map, no matter where you look. As Illidan has taken hefty damage. I don't think this will finish him off, though, as he does dive back almost to his tier 2 tower. Fata Dragon Form popped, but it's about to expire. He's recovered reasonably well. He is considerably behind the Queen of Pain. He's not doing too badly for himself. As Eternal Envy pressures the mid tower, it is glyphed, and there is a charge coming in, as well as 4 heroes in the area. This could be really bad for EE. Yeah, the call down is there, but I'm not sure well, neither team really wants to go in here. There's the Nether Strike onto Eternal Enemy, but he's still healthy. Now Bone 7 in a bit of trouble, runs himself away. The Shallow Grave faded just as the bolt hit from the Skywrath Mage. Very luckily timed for them. And now TK Phobos may be in trouble. Hotshot rotates around from behind. Dragon's Blood will clean that up. Track kills on all of these kills, don't forget. And now G being retreated, but there's the relocate in from Big Daddy. The first time we've seen that this game. G going for the fight will clean up the Wisp, but that's 4 heroes down from C9, and I'm pretty sure all of those were track kills.
Boy, Dyer's bottom tower is taking a beating.
Let's take a look at the fight recap. Yeah, that's about 2,700 gold swing. Well, I mean, it was a 4 for 1, but I mean, those track kills also play a huge role in that. And he now up to 1,700 gold on top of the drums at 12 minutes. He's just having a fantastic game, and G is doing very well, but the rest of his team is starting to fall a little behind, and that's a bit of a concern. The support's very, very poor, and Illidan, again, not having the best game on the Slark. I mean, he can catch up, obviously. He's going for looks like a Ring of Aquila, wants to fight early. We'll have to see if he goes for a bit of a... Well, as we get a charge coming onto EE, but this is not the hero you want to go on, guys. Crack comes out onto FNG. Call down will connect with G. No, it won't. He'll blink away the last second. FNG will be the sacrifice as he does fall. He's not had the greatest game, but better him than G. 1, 7, and 8 on this Spirit Breaker, actually. As Misery gets caught out. Nice jump in from DK Phobos. He is tracked up for his troubles, but he should be fine as C9 are on full retreat. Big Daddy may be in a bit of trouble here. Nope, he gets the tether away. So they all do escape, except for Misery. And, he's okay with dying. And actually, C9 looking to re-engage. They find Illidan, and he is now going to be in a bit of trouble. He's trying to get away with the Shadow Dance, but they are ready with the track onto him. And actually, Dark packs it off and barely survives on, well, what was maybe 15-20 HP. Track onto G. It's so hard to play against this track when the Bounty Hunter knows what he's doing. VP, their movement is always being completely scouted, and here comes a relocate. Where is it? Oh. Nope. Just teasing. G gets the blink away. The silence from Misery wasn't quite there. Otherwise, that probably would have been a kill. He has to blink behind the tower, though, and well, now it looks like they want to pressure this tower. There are 4 heroes from the side of Cloud9 in the area. Illidan walks back in. He's got his Aquila up now, so he is in somewhat fighting shape, and Bone 7 is being charged. They do know where he is. They are scouting him, but I don't know if you want to complete this charge. There are a lot of Cloud9 heroes in the area, and Illidan, he's running in. He wants this. They're going to commit. Bone 7 in a bit of trouble. He does get scouted out. There comes the call down. It's going to connect on everybody, and they don't have vision for Bone 7. He is absolutely fine, and FNG, they fall here. At the same time, Illidan goes for the TP out. Yeah, that'll be it. So they do clean up FNG yet again. Now Fata on the backside could be in a bit of trouble. He's surrounded. The Sonic Wave over the top. He is going to fall. No! Wisp saves at the last second, and now Lil's going to be the one in trouble. Shallow Grave will save him for now. He goes for the TP out. Is there something to cancel it? No, there is not. They're looking for more, but the rest of VP is a way to safety. So just a 2 for nil, but again, I'm not sure if those were track kills. It doesn't look like they were. So, still not the end of the world. In charge on Eternal Envy. Are they still looking to fight this? They are. The charge. Okay. There's the Orchid onto EE. He is Nether Striked back. Fata pops his Dragon form. And this is a bit of a dangerous fight for C9. They're all low. But Illidan is going to fall. He doesn't clean up EE. No, EE will go down. Gets... FNG's going to fall now. Echo Slam from DK Phobos. Beautifully played. Relocate ends. And now Bone 7 in a lot of trouble. Completely abandoned by his team. That's a double kill for G. And very, very low heroes on VP, but they are all still alive. As that's a 4-hero wipe going the way of Virtus Pro. That's a 3k gold swing. So very, very back in this game after that. As we're looking at just about a 7,500 gold lead for Cloud9 right now. But could be worse. Actually, G in trouble now. He's silenced up. There comes the Mystic Flare over the top, and the blow Breathe Fire isn't even needed. Fata will clean that up. That's a dominating streak ended for him. And he is doing quite well for himself. But the problem is G is the only hero on VP who's got anything as far as gold. Fata, who was shut down so much in the early game, is almost double the farm of the Slark here. And they do have a lot of really good tools to deal with the Slark. They've got the silence, they've got the AoE damage. It's a hard game for him. And maybe choosing it for him because it's a comfort hero, but Slark certainly seems to have fallen off in the current team style-y kind of meta that we're dealing with right now. And C9, they'll go into the Roche. VP do know what's happening. It is being fully scouted out by this ward as the offensive weave comes up from Dazzle, but Lil is tracked up. They are keeping track of the location of the Radiant team, and Cloud9, they'll back out of the pit. They don't want to get caught out here. 1-7. Scouting what he can. Now it looks like they're going for a wraparound play here. Fata, smoked up. He's going to come in from the backside. Does have Dragon Storm available. Will pop it. And they're going to go, instant blow up onto Bone 7, but he buys back immediately. DK Phobos follows the trade, and now G in trouble. Mystic Flare over the top. He's going to go down. Lil, very, very low as well, tracked up. He's going to fall. Illidan, now, one of the lone survivors on his team. He's doing what he can. The charge is coming out onto Misery. Illidan will be able to pounce away. It looks like FNG is going to fall, but that's a reasonable trade. His life for Illidan's. Nope, stun up from Fata. They're going to kill Illidan anyway. Dark Pact is coming, but it's not going to be enough. He does fall down. That's a dominating streak for Fata. And that's 4 heroes dead on the side of Virtus Pro. That's about a 3,000 gold swing almost. And now they're going to catch G as well. That's a huge kill. That's 2 kills in a row for G. Did he buy back for that? He did. He bought back for that, so that's a dieback for him. He's in the grave for almost a minute, and they should easily be able to clean up Roche after that.
Yes.
Well, that was a bit of a disastrous fight for Virtus Pro, and with that, Eternal Envy will have a BKB after this Roche. Dragon Knight's actually gone for a mech. Very, very old school build, but given how behind he was early, a build that makes a lot of sense. He's also got a Blink Dagger online now. And Big Daddy, not as rich as he was last game on the Bounty Hunter, but as an IO, he doesn't need to get much. He's contributing in his own special way. 1,200 gold up on him. And Phobos doesn't even have a blink yet. 20 minutes is an offlane shaker. That's not ideal. And FNG obviously the poorest of the poor, as he has died 9 times in this game so far. There are 4 heroes for VP in this top lane, but it looks like C9 are making the rotation in. Invis rune up on Fata. He's scouting them out, but he's not going to engage. There are a lot of heroes in the neighborhood. He does have backup from Misery, but he can't go on this many heroes, and knows it. Just getting what information he can now. Oh, he goes! He blinks in. There's a spell onto Lil. The relocate comes in. That's what they were waiting for. Shallow Grave onto Lil. Doing what he can. Big Daddy now being charged, but here comes the call down from E. Doing all the damage. Actually, it's not really hitting on anyone. Virtus Pro FNG being chased into the trees. That'll be the third. Actually, Fata cleans up Illidan. So it ends up being a 3 for 2, but that's cores going down for supports. At least 1 core. And track not used again that fight. So Bone 7 just off doing his own thing. Not getting involved there. He does have the Orchid online and is going for a Desolator. And the Orchid, such a good choice against the Queen of Pain. Well, as that being said, jumps in, silences G up. Nice Fisher block to keep him safe. He will be able to retreat back into the base. But it looks like Cloud9 will be able to claim this tower without too much difficulty.
Radiant structures, they're fortified.
Well, TP's coming in. They want to fight this. Illidan jumps onto E, but there's just not enough damage. The call down is there. Illidan will be blown up yet again. Eternal Envy low, but remember he has the Aegis. He also wants a BKB, can pop that for a second life. FNG getting very, very low. Illidan's Eternal Envy still alive. Will pop his Aegis now, but he's not even needed. There's 4 heroes down on the side of Virtus Pro just for an Aegis. And, well, with that, they'll be able to clean up this tier 2, and they'll probably be able to push high ground as well. Remember, G does not have a buyback. He expended it last time. So, and the only one who does is Slark, and he's up in 14 seconds anyway.
Radiant's top tower is
Not much he can do
under
by himself with only 4,500 net worth compared to the 11,000 of Eternal Envy. And the 10,000 of Bone, honestly, who is pretty darn farmed. Again, Cloud9 using this Bounty Hunter to such great effect. He's now got Blink Dagger online, decided not to go for that
Radiant's
Deso
top
right
tower
away.
is fallen.
And Armor Cape as well, going the way of Misery. So they're not going to push high ground just yet. They'll be content with the tier 3. Won't go for anything further. FNG. Silence is ready for Misery. Looks like they're not going to go for it. They're just going to back out and be happy with what they've got. But we're now looking at, well, let's see. Approaching 17,000, I should say, gold lead for Cloud9. Starting to feel a little reminiscent of last game. It's not quite that hard to stomp, but the gold is mounting. And EP seems to be running out of options to deal with the snowball. Turtle Envy is honestly out of control. He's got his BKB and he's going right for a butterfly. He did go a lot of early game items, so if he gets shut down a couple times, it could really hurt his progression. But Cloud9 farming across the entire map. Fata looking for G. He's got another Invis rune again, but G will just blink further away, trying to split push the wave as best he can. If he jumps up to farm, though, Fata could catch him, and he will. There's the blink aggressively. Here comes the relocate, the stun, and that's a dead G. Oh, he was being stalked, and that was so perfectly set up from Cloud9. Very nice play from them. And blinked once, as soon as he blinked aggressively, it was just over. And now smoke comes out. Looks like they want to pressure this tier 2. And maybe use EE as bait. As Pot has actually picked up a Shadow Blade. Oh, jump onto Misery, but he does have allies in the neighborhood. There's the Glimmer Cape. The call down comes out. Doesn't connect on Illidan. He does Dark Pact, but is he going to be able to get away? Yeah, he bounces to the low ground. Very nice play from him. But didn't get the Skywrath kill, and when your Slark jumps on a Skywrath and doesn't even kill him before having to retreat, game is not going so well for you. And now Fata with the Dragon Form pop, that's level 2. He's almost level 3 for that, actually, and will be able to clean up this tower in short order. And there's the Desolator full blown 7, so the pushing power is definitely serious now, as is Bone's damage. And, well, we've got pretty squishy supports on the side of Virtus Pro right now. Dazzle only 790 health, incredibly vulnerable to Bone 7. Who can just sort of stealth in, find him, kill him, and neutralize that shallow grave for the fight. Just to see what Fata goes for next. He's got 4,300 gold saved up. He could be going for a BKB and just saving for buyback. I feel like that's the play here, honestly. They just need to survive through the burst damage that Virtus Pro can put out. Eternal Envy. He has the quarterstaff on the courier, so he just needs... Actually, has the butterfly complete at 24 minutes. Very nice timing for him, and... Well, it's... Virtus Pro don't have a huge amount of right-click yet, but thinking ahead for if the Slark ever actually does get scary, and the other thing is, he's already got the BKB, so with the BKB popped, he is basically invulnerable. There's nothing Virtus Pro can do to kill him under the cover of that BKB, which is still at 9 seconds, so very, very healthy on that hit. Illidan going for the pounce, but misses the pounce, actually, and now has to Shadow Dance, and he has backup. The weave comes out, and Bone 7 looking for what he can. He links forward aggressively, looking to see if he can find any... Oh, that being said, on the backside, G silenced up, in a lot of trouble, and that's a dominating streak for E. Nice catch from Fata with the Shadow Blade. And the amount of catch for... Oh, relocate coming out. They're moving forward. They're going to go on TK Phobos, who force staffs himself to the high ground. Mystic Flare comes out on the Dazzle, who will go down, and TK Phobos will fall as well. Charge coming out onto Big Daddy. But here comes that call down from Eternal Envy. Illidan in trouble, tracked up, and he will go down as well, just as the relocate ends. G buys back, but what's he going to do with it? He's the only one left alive. Only Illidan has buyback as well, and he's not going to use it. Fata gets the last hit on the tower. And, well, 21 to 41, 25 minutes into the game. We're now looking at a 25k plus lead for Cloud9, who look to be taking the series in dominant fashion. VP, not a team to back out just yet. This is, of course, the difference of a lot of money. Losing here means you get 40k. Winning means you get a guaranteed 60 and a chance at the 125. So they don't want to tap out just yet, but it's looking increasingly bleak for them. Well, Skywrath, now with the Blink Dagger as well. Yet again, we're in a situation where every single hero on Cloud9 has more gold than the farmers, or the one-position farmer on Virtus Pro. And that just speaks to how effectively Cloud9 use this Bounty Hunter hero. As mid lane, they may be able to find a pick-off here. They will get Bone 7, speaking of which, but that's a killing spree, actually. 800 gold going the way of DK Phobos off just that one kill. And that's a 2,000 gold swing from an off-lane Bounty Hunter. That says something about the state of the game. Plata's gone, not for a BKB, but for a Sanjin Yasha, and actually going for an Assault Cuirass after that as well now. Not opting for the BKB, deciding that he more wants to tank up and just do a bit more damage, as opposed to having that magic immunity. And, well, G should have, actually, there's nowhere close to that Ag, so the Sonic Wave actually is pure. I'm thinking of Lina. So yeah, so maybe that's why he's not going for it. Is aware that, of course, all the bashes from Spirit Breaker go through that magic community as well. Deciding it's just not worth it, but Illidan farming what he can. Roche is up, and Misery has scouted it. I don't think anyone on VP has, though. And here we go. C9 rotating into the area. They honestly can go into the pit without much care. Even a Sonic Wave on multiple heroes I don't think is enough. And the offensive lead comes out. Here comes the call down. It's only going to connect on Illidan, who does manage to Dark Pact and pounce away. The track does come out though. Oh, relocate forward. BKB pop from EE, and they will be able to clean up, well, one person at least, but Queen of Pain does fall. That's huge. And now Illidan has to retreat. That's 3 heroes down for Virtus Pro. Illidan doing what he can, but look at these right clicks. EE has a double damage rune. That's a triple kill for him, and meanwhile on the backside, they do manage to clean up TK Phobos as well. That's a 5-man wipe for C9. They'll be able to walk into the Roche pit and claim it if they want, or it looks they're just going to push high ground. They know the game's over basically, and they're done with this. They want to end it. Eternal Envy just can't be stopped at this point, and just admirable team play coming up from Cloud9, using their heroes very effectively. Even though VP had much better early roaming this game, they kept their composure. They didn't worry too much. They gave Fata the space he needed to come back online, and I mean, now look at him. He's posting up behind the tier 4s, not a care in the world, and will be able to clean up the Dazzle before going back to clean up this mid Rex. That's 2 Rexes down. Looks like they're going to fight it out to the bitter end. Force Staff saves Illidan from the Mystic Flare, but he's silenced up now. Nice Fisher block, hits on 3. They may be able to get some cleanup kills out of this. Fata making a bit of damage. The charge comes out. Who's he going for? He wants Misery, but Misery is Glimmer caped up, and now going back for Big Daddy, who is still just fine actually. And Illidan has got 2. He managed to clean up Fata on the backside. And it feels like they're luring FG out. Yeah, there it is. There's the jump from Bone 7. They clean him up. G falls instantly as well. He is so squishy, it seems like. And Illidan in a bit of trouble. Lead comes out, but it's not going to be enough. They're being herded back into the base. Has to panel away. Bone 7 goes for the Janata Shuriken toss. And charge comes out on him, but FNG not able to do much. The track comes out. He did buy back for this, and it looks like C9, they're focused on objectives. They want to go for this Rax, they want to go for the Mega Creeps, and it looks like they're going to get it. Illidan pops a BKB, but he just has no right click. And he's casually finishes off the Rax before turning his attention back over to Illidan. They're going to go for a relocate. Nope, it's back. And look at all these sentries. Someone on the dire side's having a bit of fun, knowing this game is over, knowing they're in the money, going into the grand finals, and just waiting for VP to admit defeat and admit that this game is finally in the bag. There it is. Excellently fought from Cloud9. VP, they did their best, but it seemed like Cloud9 just had their number a bit this series. After a nice early start for Virtus Pro, they just crumbled under Cloud9's aggression, and just amazing Bounty Hunter play both games. I mean, this isn't even just one hero. That's Big Daddy playing it and Bone 7, and it contributed so much to those victories. I mean, This is an offlane bounty, was 14, 7, and 10 with a 628 gold a minute. Very, very impressive performance from him. And Cloud9 just outplayed VP for most of this series. Very, very impressive showing from them. So that's it. There will be no Game 5. Cloud9 take it 3-1, and they'll be going up against EG in the grand finals of Dota Pit Season 3 for $125,000. That'll be coming up sometime when it's scheduled. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Sindar. I'm doing some amateur casting just for practice. I appreciate you joining me. Hope you enjoyed the cast. Feel free to comment if you have any suggestions for how we can improve. Feel free to follow me on Twitter @SindarGaming. And thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the future. Have a good evening.